Can you name an animal that is friendly, forgiving, good-natured, and has the third highest IQ of all animals? Were you thinking of a dog? Actually, I'm talking about pigs, who have been mistreated and misunderstood by humans for centuries and have a higher IQ than dogs. The stereotype of this animal has led the name pig to be one of the worst insults in the common language.
I see the answer in your eyes. They're saying, baby, maybe, when pigs fly. I ain't giving up that easy. No, I ain't gonna quit. I take another look at what I got, 'cause honey, you have to admit, I know what it takes to make your heart sing.
The average North American consumes 5 times more than a Mexican, 10 times more than a Chinese person, and 30 times more than a person from India.
These images are common. Now let's see how these depictions have affected Penn State students in their images of pigs. What do you think the stereotype of pigs is?
I definitely think that pigs get a bad rap and that they're just seen as really dirty and unhealthy.
My image of a pig is that they're dirty, that they're messy, they make a lot of noise.
I associate them with food.
I think most people see pigs as smelly, dirty animals that you keep outside and that live off garbage and that you would never want to keep as a pet.
The only place that I've seen pigs is in a context where they're dirty and messy and loud, and I think that goes the same way for a lot of other people.
The stereotype, pigs love mud and being dirty, has affected the spaces pigs are kept in drastically. This misunderstanding comes from a European myth that the filthier the pig, the better tasting the pork. While pigs do like mud, they only use it to keep insects off their skin and to cool off. They do not like being dirty all the time and clean themselves like other animals. They would never soil their own bed, eating, or living areas if given the opportunity. American culture is quite sane when we think about how we have used the process of othering to dehumanize pigs and other animals that we find delicious. However, the treatment of animals we eat is getting out of hand. This reality is called factory farming. Take a look.
Welcome to the real world.
Wow! What is this horrible place?
This is a factory farm, Leo. Places like this are where most eggs, milk, and meat come from.
How did this happen?
I'll show you. In the mid-20th century, greedy agriculture corporations began modifying sustainable family farming to maximize their profits at great cost to both humans and animals. Factory farming was born. Animals are packed as closely together as possible. Most never see sunlight, touch ground, or get fresh air. Many can't even turn around, adding a constant dosage of antibiotics to their feed just to keep these poor wretches alive. This overuse of antibiotics breeds super strains of resistant disease-causing germs. Every day we get closer to an epidemic that cannot be stopped.
Ew! What's that smell?
12 million pounds of excrement. This pollutes the air and groundwater. That's why communities near factory farms often suffer from high levels of related sicknesses.
Well, it smells like shh.
And what's more, factory farming corporations have been destroying communities and mistreating their workers for decades. Since 1950, over 2 million small hog farms have disappeared. If they continue at this rate, there'll be no real independent family farms left. That is the matrix, Leon. The lie we tell ourselves about where our food comes from.
Over 100,000 pigs are in factory farms right now, stacked one on top of another, and will never see sunlight before they get to our plates. This sad reality is made possible by the amazing but deceiving propaganda that our culture creates. Through these cultural processes, we have created inappropriate spaces for pigs. It is important to question the American food industry and look into more sustainable food options. However, before we can change the living realities for these pigs, we need to attack the problem from the root, and change our discourse, and take the time to learn about what pigs are really like. This movement starts with you.